Okay, so I would like to start by thanking you all for being part of my interview process today.
You're welcome.
Um, so we'll start with, we have Mia. And how old are you, Mia? 20. And then we have your mom, Natalie. And your dad, Chuck. Mm-hmm. Okay, so can you tell me what year did you graduate high school, Mia?
Me.
May of 2016? And do you think you were ready to graduate high school?
Yeah.
You were? Do you feel the high school prepared you for the transition from school to life after school? You do? What do you think, Mom?
I think that they used every resource they could, and they did their best. Yes.
Dad?
I agree with what Nellie had to say.
Okay. So what are you going to do? What have you been doing since you graduated high school?
Me.
Okay. And I know that Mom owns a shop. Do you help Mom at the shop sometimes? Mm-hmm. I also know that you are starting a program at Community Opportunities. Are you excited about that? You're not?
The day program. You're excited about that.
Mom and Dad, are we excited about that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So can you tell me a little bit about the process of getting accepted into the day program, some of the stuff that you had to go through?
You have to have like an evaluation, a cognitive evaluation. There was a home visit. Just there are a few different steps. Primarily, it's to test her abilities, and there were 6 different areas that they tested her in to make sure that she was qualified.
And when they did the test, was that here in the home or did you have to go to the facility?
For us, they did it here in the home.
And did you find that beneficial?
Absolutely. It definitely made her more comfortable to be in her own environment, and she was able to open up a little more.
So what challenges do you feel that Mia has had to face since graduating high school?
For me, just finding her path. Obviously, she has challenges. In general, everybody does. She's not able to drive or, be in a what you would call mainstream job.
Mm-hmm.
So those have all been challenges.
Did you look into any other programs other than Community Opportunities?
Well, we started out with the Social Security Disability Administration, and they recommended that we look, into services through our local community. We were somewhat in touch with BCI. However, she didn't quite meet those qualifications. Their main thing is you have to self-care, and she just isn't able to do that.
So you mentioned the Social Security Administration. Does Mia receive benefits from Social Security?
She does now.
And were there challenges getting that going?
There were a lot of challenges. A lot of what we found, for me, the challenges were communication between actually the Social Security offices themselves. People who in the call center who take the phone calls had different information for us than people in the Hannibal Regional Office. So yeah, it was a challenge. A lot of paperwork, just didn't get filed correctly. We had to go through a lot of extra hoops. But in the end, it's all worth it. I mean, she has to, she has to be able to receive what she can get.
Multiple road trips, multiple correspondence in the mail
And how far did you have to travel for those road
to
trips?
Hannibal.
To Hannibal.
An hour
So it's
one way.
about an hour one way. Did Mia have to attend those as well?
We took her, yes, because this has to do with her,
Right.
and it's her life, and she needs to understand what she can, and we didn't want to take the risk of getting there and then mentioning that they needed her.
So did the school at all help you be aware of the opportunities that you as parents were going to have once Mia graduated, did they give you information on community opportunities or BCI or any programs?
The teacher did, but not the school directly, no.
And Mia had the option to stay in school until she was 21, is that correct?
That's correct. She did.
And you didn't want to do that, Mia? No, I don't blame you.
She understands more than we know a lot of times, and she understood that she had graduated. She walked, and she was done.
Good.
She wanted to move on to her adult life, and that's what she's doing.
So, is there anything that Mia has as far as that helps her with her abilities to assist her through life?
She's really resourceful.
She has her family.
Yeah. But you mean personally, or?
Anything that helps her go from her day to day.
Oh, family, then,
Family.
absolutely.
Family from grandma, from aunts and uncles, to cousins, to mom and dad, to sisters and brothers.
Yeah, she has a huge support group, don't you, Mia?
And you also have a service dog. Mm-hmm. And his name's Elliot. So, what did you have to go through in order to prove that she would benefit from a service dog, from school standpoint and getting the dog?
Acquiring the dog, we had to have a medical evaluation. We had to have letters from her neurologist, from the doctors, proving, that she needed them. And then we met with the company that provided the service dog. There was an interview process there, training process. We went to 6 or 7 trainings. We would go to Chesterfield Mall just to make sure that it was a good match for them, that they had chemistry and
Learn commands.
yeah, we had to learn how to.
Learn proper dog handling etiquette. And Mia had to learn that also.
And was Mia still in school when she got approved for the service dog?
She was a junior in high school, and so then there was a process to get him integrated into school. She had to have 2 different evaluations as well as interviews, and the evaluation had to be performed by a physical therapist. She had to evaluate Mia maneuvering through the halls without Elliot, and then a few days later we brought him in, and she evaluated her doing the same tasks excuse me, with him to see if he was enough of a benefit to be able to have him come to school.
And obviously there was.
There was, absolutely. She was very impressed with the difference and how liberating it was for Mia to have him, that she could sort of be out of the wheelchair, walking straight through the hall.
Fantastic. Mia, do you feel like Elliot's been a benefit? Mm-hmm. Now, what about when she goes to the day program at Community Opportunities? Will Elliot go there or no?
That is the plan. Obviously, once she hasn't completely been accepted. We did get information that she is receiving services, and day program is one of the services that they listed that she could be with. But obviously, when we talk to them, there will probably be more interviews and evaluations, and that's okay because I understand they can't just let every dog come in.
So what other services did they approve her for?
She is approved for personal assistant services, future planning services. There's something else. But those were the ones that really.
And do you feel like those are important services for Mia's future?
I absolutely do, because
She'll be able to have like daily. She'll be able to go associate with people and be able to do things throughout the day, right?
she will have a schedule again. A schedule just like everybody needs. A reason to get up and get ready, in the morning. Everybody needs that.
Yes.
Everybody needs a purpose.
So as we close, I guess my last question would be, what do you think the biggest challenge, either that you face or Mia faces, with the transition from high school into post-high school workforce, wherever Mia's road's going to go?
Me, I would say, for Mia, I'm speaking for Mia through my observation, is she's uncertain of what the future's going to bring and how it's going to affect her. Mia, I don't think she's a depressed child. I just think she doesn't accept change very well.
Change is hard for Mia, and that's my concern. I know that Mia, once people get to know Mia, her personality, and they see how bright she is, she's gonna maneuver and she's gonna make friends and she's gonna be just fine. Emotionally, I think it's gonna be a challenge because change is hard for everyone. Beginnings are scary.
So Mia, do you feel like you have a lot of support from your friends and family? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, thank you guys very much again
No
for
problem.
allowing me to do this. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Mia.
Thank you.